Hey everyone, I'm Danica Fine with Snowflake, and on behalf of the open source community, I'm happy to announce that Apache Polaris Incubating has released version 1.1. With this version, the project enters a new phase where the community can anticipate releases on a monthly cadence, meaning that improvements and new features will be coming your way that much more frequently. But for right now, there's a lot to be excited about in this current version. So let's dive in and see what new features and performance enhancements are included along with Apache Polaris 1.1. In this release, you'll be happy to find quite a bit related to catalog federation. Users will find new support for Hive Metastore federation, with more detailed documentation coming soon. This new feature gives users the ability to federate to Hive catalog using the Iceberg REST library, where a primary Polaris instance interfaces with a Polaris instance wrapping Hive Metastore. Keep in mind that the changes made in 1.1 only support federating to a single Hive instance, and support is currently restricted to implicit authentication. On that note, implicit is a new authentication type added to version 1.1 specifically to enable users to create federated catalogs without having to provide authentication parameters directly to Polaris. Polaris will instead use environment variables or configuration files to find these parameters, and as such will not store or manage any of the credentials. Also in the realm of federation, the community has worked to improve Polaris extensibility and have introduced a modularized architecture that now more easily supports multiple catalog types. The change makes it so that specific instances of non-REST catalogs are only loaded when that non-REST catalog is initialized and accessed. Further, after initialization, the calls to both internal and federated catalogs will be the same. In rounding out our federated changes for this release, the Polaris CLI has been extended to include additional support for configuring and managing federated catalogs. Next up, we have additional support for external identity providers. This builds on the changes made in version 1.0, where the project initially supported external identity providers such as Google and Okta, among others. In this release, users will see a new Keycloak integration, as well as Helm chart configuration options. Also in version 1.1, the Polaris Python client has now been packaged and distributed officially and properly, making it easier than ever for users to install and use Polaris in Python. And for those of you who are already using the client, you'll find enhanced error messages in this release. Next, you'll find expanded S3 compatibility with added support for the S3A scheme. This enables seamless integration with Hadoop and data lake ecosystems. And last but certainly not least, version 1.1 comes with brand new support for MinIO integration. With MinIO, storage isn't limited to the public cloud. Users can take advantage of their own private cloud or on-prem environment. To try it out, check out the new end-to-end documentation on how to get started with MinIO. And with that, we have another great Polaris release in the books. I'd like to make a special shout out to the community for all of the great work that they've been doing to add new functionality and make improvements to the project. So what are you waiting for? Get out there, try version 1.1, and let us know what you think. See you next time.